Hello and welcome to the first video. It's Mr. Buy the Dip. And yes, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of money to put into the stock market, but I have a severe connection. I was very obsessed with the stock market, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put all my saved up little money that my mom or dad or uncle, auntie, or whoever gives me. I'm gonna put it in here, and then I also got a job. So I ended up putting some of the money here. So I started a while back, and GameStop is soaring in the market. I ended up putting $162.58 in here. I think it's a good investment. It's going to skyrocket up. I only have 4.27 some shares, um, but it's a good investment. Back in May, this is around the time where I was not as tuned in or tapped in with the market. I was still kind of learning. I was taking like Brian Jung YouTube courses and trying to learn, get around things. But now that I have some type of knowledge, I know what I'm doing. I know how share prices move up, and when you buy one share price at lower prices, it's better than buying at a higher price. It's only so much I can do. I'm investing on a sponsored account. I'm still in high school, but it's good to get the knowledge. I just really have a passion for this thing. So here I bought when it was kind of high on June 3 when I heard the news. It was like on TikTok, and I was like, oh my God, this is gonna skyrocket. This is what I thought that um the company was gonna take a big up and go up to like 70, 80, 90. But I was kind of wrong about that, and I didn't know nothing about the off market and pre-market. So Cash App only allows you to invest um during when the market is open. So you can't invest when the market is closed or pre-market. So 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. is when you can actually start investing. But however, I like Cash App investing because it's a lot of things you can do in here. And if you're just trying to get started in investing or you're young, I would recommend doing Cash App investing and use other apps to do your research. There's a built-in app called stocks on your iPhone. You can just use that to as a watch list. You can go on your computer. There's something called FinViz. You can also use that to just watch the graphs better. But this graph is pretty decent. I use it when I'm at work or somewhere. It's currently like June, start of June, so I'm working a little summer job. So I kind of just watch it a little bit during then. And it's not a bad chart. You can see what's going on here. But let me tell you guys what I did. I accidentally made a mistake and I sold the stock. Now, invested 30, I sold at 32. I don't know why in hell I would do that, but I sold at 32 because I was going to invest all the money back in, right? I don't have a lot of money, so I'm like, if I put 32 in, I'll kind of have slightly more value because I'm going to put more money in. But then, the market ended up skyrocketing to 67 overnight. I watched the off market and pre market on TikTok. A lot of people go live on TikTok and they have the Robinhood 24-hour account, or I have a sister that has this Robinhood account, and or I even ask her what's the market on, like what's the share price on and stuff like that. So I sold at 32.63 before the market closes at 4 p.m. and it ended up at like 45, 46. I didn't reinvest all the way back in, and I canceled my buys. And I went big on Friday, 141.61. That's my biggest investment so far. I honestly thought, that was a good investment. I sold some of my other long-term stocks, and I invested back in GameStop as well. It's a good investment. It's a high risk investment. Being for the risk, I got nothing to lose. $141. That's not really nothing, but that's kind of like all I had, but not really like what all I had. So you have to really, if you have $500, cut down in the middle, invest like $200. You want to be able to make sure you have some money left over. Okay, so far I have about 4 shares, and I'm waiting for the market on Monday to see what I can do. I'm at a loss currently, but this is all right. We can sit at a loss and wait. The most important thing is just to be patient. That's what I've learned from researching and my old it's my old previous investments. These are some of the companies I follow. All around, Cash App is a pretty decent investing platform. Um, if you're under 18, you have a sponsored account and you want to learn more about the market, and in the future, you're going to invest more when you're 18, 19, 20. It's really important to get started younger, I feel like. So this is a perfect way to get started. Even if you're older, if you're 20, 21, whatever, you want to get started, you want to put a little money here and there, see how you do. This is my NVIDIA. Um, I had a 53 point something dollars invested, and I sold. So I started with $15. So you do not have to start big, guys. That's the main thing about this. I started in December 19, 2023. I only had $15. I'm like, okay, what? I'm gonna I'm gonna invest in this market, and I'm gonna take notes on the side. So I had a Google Doc open. I took notes, and the share price at $15 in December 19, it was like 400 or 500, and it skyrocketed up. And I made some good profit, and I sold at 70. I had like $16 in profit. So I sold at 70, and the goal was to reinvest the whole $70 in here, but I ended up splitting it and investing some in Walmart and some other companies. But yeah, so far, Nvidia's pretty good. I'm at a 9.56 total gain. The market cap is very huge on this, 2.97 trillion. It is crazy. Um, and the growth is 208.26%. So they have made a lot of revenue growth. The share price is kind of, pricey right now, but I really wish uh if anybody had the time, or if I had the money in December, I would have definitely got more than one share price. I would have got like two at least. Even $500 is a lot, but back then it was like if you put 1,000 in, you would get two share prices. And now since it's skyrocketed, and now for 1,200 you can only get probably one share price. So yeah, and this is one of my other investments. I only did $2 in here because I didn't see that much movement. This had a drop like in a week and in a month. If you go like 40, if I see like it's not that much movement here, um, I just kind of wait around, and I always look at the full history of stuff like that. Because in 20, like, let's see, so all the way to 2014 to 2024, it's really just flat out. It's just flat. It's not that much movement, really. It had a big dip, and it's just stuff like that. So yeah. Other than that, I invest in Bitcoin as well. Um, I really like Bitcoin as well. These are just some of the companies I follow. This pays a nice dividend. This M&M company. To calculate dividend, that's a whole different video. But so far, this video is just an overview of Cash App and my investments. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back after GameStop on Monday to see how it does and what kind of profits I get, where it closes at. I have 162.58 invested. I've kind of just collected every single change, every single quarter, a dollar, $2, and just threw it all in this. But make sure, I'm young, so I don't got nothing to lose. But if you're an older person, my best advice would be to make sure you manage your money wisely. If you have 1,000, don't just put 1,000 in there and you can't pay your rent, and you're knocking on your ex-wife's door to let you in. So yeah, you just gotta make sure you're very good at managing. You don't want to just throw everything in there. If you're a single mom, don't throw your next monthly car payment in here, and then your kids have to walk to school for 4 miles. So just some things to think about. If you have 500, okay, that's cool, but the kids have an A in 3 days, so split it up. Let's do 250, and the rest, you have to manage these things because it's a big risk that you can lose money. But if you got money to throw around, why not? This company has a history of going up back in 2021. Like it skyrocketed up to 48 in 2020 and 2021. And people made a shit ton of money off this. A hundred and some thousand, 200 and some thousand. Some people made like close to millions. And it's proven because there's a movie called Dumb Money. We're gonna go in depth later on about that as well. And some of the stuff that's said in the movie, and then the live stream from Roy and Kitty, and that's just more technical stuff. But right now, I'm just kind of getting started and just kind of, hoping for the best on Monday, but as we get more used to this stuff, I'm gonna dig deeper on Monday. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Mr. By the Dip. I will stay anonymous for a while until further notice. Thank you guys, like and subscribe.